Hello everyone, welcome to the course on genetics. As in last videos we have started with ploidy. There are different types of ploidy, and the first type, that is euploidy, and there are different types, that is monoploidy, polyploidy, diploidy. We have already discussed in some previous videos. In this video we will learn about aneuploidy. So what is mean by aneuploidy we will see. So aneuploidy, it is the condition in which the nuclei contains chromosome whose number do not occur as true multiple of the basic number in the genome or genomes present. So in aneuploidy there is uneven multiple of the chromosomes it is present. So in euploidy we have already discussed that there is exact multiples of basic chromosome number can be seen. So this is known as euploidy, but here you can see uneven chromosome number you can see. So aneuploidy, it is a condition in which the nuclei contains chromosomes whose number do not occur as true multiples of the basic number in the genome. So here you can see some chromosomes get added in that genome or some chromosomes get deleted from that genome. Then this condition is known as aneuploidy. So here you can see when a genome contains some chromosomes more number of times than others or less number of times than others, then the condition is known as aneuploidy. Aneuploid plants or animals thus contains incomplete genome. Aneuploidy can be caused due to loss of one or more chromosome, that is known as hypoploidy, or due to addition of one or more chromosomes to the complete chromosome set, and it is known as hyperploidy. So as we have seen, there are two types of ploidy, euploidy and aneuploidy. So in euploidy we have seen the complete basic set of chromosome is present, and in polyploids the exact multiple of basic chromosome set have been seen. But in aneuploidy what you can see that one or chromosomes it get added or it get deleted from the complete chromosome set, then it is known as aneuploidy. So these aneuploids are of two types, that is first is hypoploidy and second is hyperploidy. Means this hypoploidy, as its name indicate, that when chromosomes, that is one or two chromosomes get deleted, subtracted from that genome, then it is called as hypoploidy. And hyperploidy, it is the condition where one or two chromosomes get added into the chromosome set. So there are two types of aneuploidy. Now we will see them in detail. The classical example of hypoploidy, it is monosomy. So there are two types of hypoploidy. First is monosomy and second is nullisomy. So monosomy is condition when only one chromosome is get subtracted or it get removed or it get lost from the chromosome set or basic chromosome set, then it is known as monosomy. So this is represented by this genomic formula 2n-1. So 2n, it is diploid chromosome number, and when only one chromosome is get subtracted from this diploid chromosome number, then it is known as monosomy. Another is nullisomy. Here two chromosomes are subtracted or two homologous chromosomes get subtracted, or we may call one pair of chromosome it get subtracted or it get lost from the diploid chromosome number, then it is known as nullisomy. So there are two types of hypoploidy, monosomy and nullisomy. Monosomy, it represented by one chromosome when get subtracted, and nullisomy, it is the condition in which two chromosomes get subtracted. Then another type is hyperploidy. It constitutes two types, that is trisomy and tetrasomy. So hyperploidy also are having two types, that is trisomy and tetrasomy, but condition is somewhat contrast here. You can see in trisomy one chromosome get added and in the tetrasomy 2 chromosomes get added, means one complete pair of chromosome, that is homologous chromosomes, get added, then it is known as tetrasomy. So hyperploidy has two types, trisomy and tetrasomy. In trisomy one chromosome is added, and in tetrasomy two chromosomes are added. So out of all these four, that is monosomy, nullisomy, trisomy and tetrasomy, trisomy and monosomy are more frequently seen, and nullisomy and tetrasomy, they are not so much frequent. So all these aneuploids, they are produced by non-disjunction during mitosis and meiosis. So thus different conditions of aneuploidy are there. First, it is, these are two types of hypoploidy, when one or two chromosomes get subtracted. So one chromosome when get subtracted, then it is known as monosomy, and when complete pair of chromosome get subtracted, then it is known as nullisomy. Here this is the pair of hyperploidy in which one or two chromosomes get added. So here in trisomy one chromosome get added, and here two homologous chromosomes get added, then it is known as tetrasomy. Now one by one we will discuss in detail. Monosomy, it is known as, or it has been represented by the genomic formula 2n-1. So when a diploid organism are missing one chromosome of a single pair, it are monosomics with general formula 2n-1. So here only one chromosome get lost. The monosomic organisms forms gametes of two types. Here you can see 2n-1, it will give rise to two types of gametes. So there are 2n, means only one n, it is one gamete, and another is n-1, it is another gamete. So the organism which is getting n-1, they will not survive in plants, but in animals they can survive, but they will form some genetic imbalance, and this imbalance, it will be manifested by high mortality or reduced fertility. So in this way monosomic, it will be formed two types of gametes. Monosomy cannot be tolerated in diploids as it creates imbalance due to loss of one complete chromosome, but in polyploid monosomy has no apparent effect since they have several chromosomes of same type, and loss of one chromosomes can be easily tolerated. So monosomy, it cannot be tolerated in diploid, or in diploid organisms monosomy will cause some problems, because there are only limited chromosome sets are present. But if you see this condition of monosomy in polyploids, it has not shown any apparent effects, because there are many such chromosomes are present, and loss of one chromosome, it will be easily tolerated in polyploidy. Now the number of possible monosomics in an organism will equal to haploid chromosome number. So number of possible monosomics, it is depend upon the haploid chromosome number, because these monosomics, they are resulted from the each and every haploid chromosome, so that the number of possible monosomic is equals to haploid chromosome number. For example, in wheat there are 21 pairs of chromosomes are present, and due to that 21 possible monosomes are known in it. Monosomics are produced in wheat, cotton, tobacco, tomato, and in maize by scientists. Now we will see second type of hypoploidy, that is nullisomy. It is represented by the formula 2n-2. So nullisomy is a type of aneuploidy which is characterized by the loss of a pair of homologous chromosomes, or it may be defined as an organism which has lost a chromosome pair is a nullisomic diploid. So they have genomic formula 2n-2. So when any organism it will lost a complete homologous chromosome pair from its genome, then that organism is called as nullisomic diploid, or it is also known as the condition nullisomy. So here this is diploid chromosome number 2n, and when one pair, that is 2 chromosomes, get deleted, then it is known as nullisomy. So this is genomic formula of nullisomy. So this is a genome mutation where a pair of homologous chromosome that would normally be present is missing. So the individual with nullisomy, it is referred to as nullisomic individual. So here you can see a pair of homologous chromosomes, it get deleted, which is normally present in the normal individual. Nullisomy, it is caused by non-disjunction during cell division, particularly during meiosis. So this, as we have seen already, that nullisomy or all types of aneuploidy, they are resulted from non-disjunction of the chromosomes during the cell division and particularly during meiosis. When the homologous chromosomes fails to separate, non-disjunction occurs. So this would result in gamete lacking a pair of homologous chromosome which is gained by other gametes. So the gamete that lacking the pair would give rise to nullisomic organism, whereas the gamete gaining that pair will give rise to a disomic organism. So non-disjunction is a process in which the homologous chromosomes, they fails to separate, and in this condition what happen, out of 2 gametes one will get one extra pair of chromosome, it is known as disomic, and one gamete it will get one less pair of, or one pair of chromosome get lost from that gamete. So this particular condition, it is called as nullisomy. So when one chromosome pair, if it is lost, then it is nullisomic, and when one chromosome pair get added, then it is known as disomic organisms. So a nullisomic diploid often does not survive, but a nullisomic polyploid may survive but exhibit reduced vigor and fertility. So as like monosomics, nullisomics cannot survive in diploids, but they can survive in polyploids because same types of chromosomes are present repeatedly in polyploids, and due to that they may survive but they show reduced vigor and fertility. So most classical example of that, it is hexaploid with 6x-2. So this is polyploid, it can survive but it has reduced vigor and fertility. So this is all about the nullisomy. So this is diagrammatic representation how nullisomic organisms can be formed or it can be resulted. Here you can see this is parent which will give rise to gametes. So one gamete, it has received all these chromosomes, and this particular gamete, it has not got this pair of chromosome, and so that all their progeny, it will become nullisomic, and when it get additional copy, they are known as disomic. So in this way nullisomy have been formed. Now we will see there are 2 types of hyperploidy, as we have seen. Trisomy, when only one chromosome is get added into the genome or in the chromosome set, basic chromosome set, it is known as trisomy. So trisomics are the diploid organisms which contains an extra chromosome, that is 2n plus 1s. Since the extra chromosome may belong to any of different chromosomes of a haploid complement, the number of possible trisomics will be equal to the haploid chromosome number. So here also we can see that the number of trisomics, they are again depend upon the haploid chromosome number or haploid complements. Means the production or possible production of trisomic, it is equal to haploid chromosome number. So as many as haploid chromosomes are present, that much trisomics will be produced. So haploid chromosome number in barley, it is 7, so there will be 7 trisomics are possible. Gametes containing an extra chromosome, that is n plus 1, may be produced due to non-disjunction and their fertilization with normal gamete n will produce primary trisomics. So as we have seen, it will also produce due to non-disjunction, and when these type of gamete they will fertilize with the normal gamete, that is N, it will produce primary trisome. Trisomics have been obtained by using ionizing radiation and by colchicine treatment. So for experimental purpose we can produce trisomics by this method, that is ionizing radiation and colchicine treatment. Trisomy has three different types. So there are three different types of trisomy: primary, secondary and tertiary. So primary trisomy, these are the organisms, they are formed when the extra chromosome is identical to its homologue. Secondary trisomics, when the extra chromosome is an isochromosome, that is both chromosomes arms are genetically similar, then it is referred to as secondary trisomics. So one chromosome arm is represented 4 times in the secondary trisomics, so that it is known as trisomic. Now tertiary trisomics, it means the contains extra chromosome which should be the product of translocation. So apart from this primary and secondary trisomic, there is tertiary trisomics are also produced, and they are different than these two because here the extra chromosome will be formed due to translocation. So this will be, we will see in next video in detail. Tetrasomy, so this is last type of aneuploidy, and it is the second type of hyperploidy which having the formula 2n+2. As we have seen here, one complete homologous pair of chromosome get added into the genome or in the basic chromosome set, so it is known as tetrasomy. So it is a kind of aneuploidy that implicates an extra chromosome pair which results in the presence of 4 copies of specific chromosome. So a chromosome, it will represented 4 times, or 4 copies of particular chromosomes if present in a genome, then it is known as tetrasome. Diploid organisms having 2 extra chromosomes, they are known as tetrasomic, having genomic formula 2n+2. So tetrasomy occurs due to non-disjunction in meiosis when both parents produce gametes each that present 2 copies of an individual chromosome, while all other chromosomes in the set present only 1 copy. So tetrasomic humans contains 48 chromosomes instead of 46 normal chromosome number. This tetrasomy, it may cause some disorders in humans, and these disorders are here given here. So Klinefelter syndrome, Pallister-Killian syndrome, tetrasomy 18p, tetrasomy 9p. So these are the tetrasomy of 18 pair of chromosome, 9 pair of chromosome and 12 pair of chromosome, you can see. So all these are the autosomic tetrasomy, and this first, that is Klinefelter syndrome, it is sex chromosome tetrasomy. So all these are the disorders which can be caused due to this tetrasomy. Now we will see a summary of this ploidy. So as we have discussed in various previous lectures, there are 2 types of ploidy, that is euploidy and aneuploidy. Means there are numerical changes in chromosome, that is variation in chromosome number can be takes place by these 2 ways. First is euploidy and here is aneuploidy. Euploidy means when there is complete basic set of chromosome if present, then it is known as euploidy. A complete set or multiple of that complete set of chromosome if present, it is known as euploidy. So these organisms contains a complete basic chromosome set or multiples of that. This is known as euploidy. And second is aneuploidy. Here 1 or 2 chromosomes get added into the basic chromosome set, then it is known as aneuploidy. sometimes one or two chromosomes get added, sometimes one or two chromosomes get subtracted. When chromosome sets are added, then it is called as hyperploidy, and when chromosome sets are subtracted, then it is called as hypoploidy. Euploidy has further divided into three types: monoploidy, diploidy, and polyploidy. So monoploidy, it contains one basic chromosome set. Diploidy contains two basic chromosome sets. Polyploidy contains more than two basic chromosome sets in that. So it may contain 3n, 4n, 5n, and so on. Now aneuploidy, it has again divided into two different types: hypoploidy and hyperploidy. So as we have discussed, when one or two chromosomes get subtracted, then it is hypoploidy. When one or two chromosomes get added, then it is known as hyperploidy. Hypoploidy are again of two types: monosomy and nullisomy. When only one chromosome is get subtracted or lost, then monosomy, so 2n minus 1. Second type of hypoploidy, nullisomy. So here two homologous chromosomes are get subtracted, or one complete homologous pair of chromosome when get lost from the genome, then it is known as nullisomy. Second type of aneuploidy, it is hyperploidy. So here you can see chromosomes get added. In first case, only one chromosome get added, so it is known as trisomy, and in second case, two complete chromosomes get added, means two homologous chromosomes are get added, or one complete chromosome pair get added, then it is known as tetrasomy. So in this way, these are the variations in chromosome number, or we can say numerical changes in chromosomes, and it is known as ploidy. So in this way, different types of ploidy can be seen in different types of plants and animals. So this is summary of all different types of ploidy. So thanks for your attention.